The Annabelle doll, locked in a case for decades, is suddenly taking a road trip. But when towns she visits start seeing fires, breakouts, and full-on chaos, something's off. We're gonna ask, is Annabelle just really haunted? Is she a demon on tour? And maybe what's the real reason she's headed for Gettysburg and beyond? So the haunted Annabelle doll is on the loose and causing chaos, or at least that's what all the internet is saying. I mean, I don't know. I'm not even quite sure that this doll is really haunted. I mean, let me just tell you, as we shuffle the cards here, she's locked in a case, and the Warrens, you know the Warrens who are behind all of those hauntings, which some of them I kind of doubt. Anyhow, I've done videos on it, but she's been out of her case. That's like a wood case, right? And it has a piece of plexiglass, and she sits behind the glass in there. And of course, I have a devil tarot card on the box. Anyhow, last I had seen her, she had made an appearance at the Haunted Museum in Vegas to go visit Zach Bagans. So she's over there. And the guy who's in charge of bringing Annabelle, which he took on a plane with other people, like, that seemed kind of shady. But at the same point, the way that he was handling Annabelle was with oven mitts. Yes. Just in case you were wondering, oven mitts are just a great use for like when you're cooking a casserole or handling a demonic doll, apparently. So we're going to look into this whole Annabelle doll. Is she like, as Warren said, has a demon inside of her. And I don't know. It's all alleged. For entertainment purposes only, not facts I could download snarky opinions. All right, so is this Annabelle doll actually harboring a demon? Let's see. Lord bless us. Oh, keep us safe. Because, okay, I'm going to start off. There's something in the doll. Something in the doll. We haven't got an El Diablo card here, but there's something in the doll. 2 of Cups. Okay. Got Temperance. 6 of Cups. Okay, I'll go with Haunted Doll. I'll go with Haunted Doll for 200, Alex. Okay, so there's something here with, there's we'll say a temperamental spirit within Annabelle. Skeletons in the closet. Queen of Pentacles. Definitely used as a money-making attraction, shall we say, allegedly, my opinion. All right. King of Swords. There's almost like a, I don't want to say conjuring, but kind of a conjuring of circus animal, I guess. There's this idea like we're going to keep telling the stories, and I forgot what the word is. You can tell me in the comments. There is a word like where people have done experiments and they get these thoughts to become ghosts or hauntings or whatever. You know, the energy, the thought becomes the haunting, and kind of this idea. Like we're ushering up the drama-rama by putting all these extra intentions into this doll. Okay. Hidden forces at play, and we have the sun. There's some shady things about this doll that we don't want to come out, or they don't, whoever's in caretaking of the doll. Okay. Some truths about the doll are about to come out, or shall we say about the Warrens and the Warrens, and saying that there's a demon inside the doll. Okay, unveiled truth. 7 of Swords. So there's a strategy here. So, my opinion, the doll has some type of spirit thing attached to it. Am I getting El Diablo here? No, I don't have El Diablo here. I don't think it's a demon like the Warrens said. And I mean, let's think about this logically. Oh, I have a doll and it's inhabited by a demon. Let's take it on a commercial flight over to Vegas, you know, from Connecticut over to Nevada. Yeah, let's do that. And I'm going to handle it carefully. It's going to be in my little suitcase. I got my oven mitts in case it gets a little too crazy town. Okay. Just remember, get your oven mitts. I'm sure you can get a good deal on Amazon. Okay. let's see why she's going on a tour, right? So she's next going to Gettysburg and Rock Island. I don't know what Rock Island is in Illinois, but she's going on a tour next. And so I think this is sponsored by some other paranormal group, not the Warrens Haunted whatever society, whatever. Anyhow, so why is she going on tour? I assume make money, but maybe she's going on tour to cause chaos. Just saying. All right. We need to get the marketing going again. We need to start telling the story again. Bring her back to the imagination of the people. Oh. There's some kind of I don't think this was a unanimously voted on. I don't know that there was any votes necessarily. Hello, Ash. Goodbye. I don't think there's some type of vote everybody in favor of Annabelle going on tour. But there is some type of, there was a discussion of whether this was a good idea or not. Okay. What are they hiding? 50-50. We'll just see what happens. Okay. We'll have to dig into who is actually inhabiting this doll. Oh, anyway, skeletons in the closet. Here's Empress making money. Yeah, making money. Okay. What they really want, they want Annabelle to be the star. So it looks like we're trying to... Now, this I don't know. So I think there was a movie about Annabelle, and I think it doesn't look like the Raggedy Ann doll. It looks like some other doll. And we're just trying to maybe create Annabelle as a new thing, maybe to monetize on. Maybe that version, that iteration of Annabelle, they can monetize on it. The movie studios and all of those Eyes Wide Shut a-holes. But the people in charge or who have possession of the real Annabelle doll, this looks like they are looking to capitalize on the doll, make their own independent money stream separate from the studios. My opinion. Okay. I think there's some people here are going to be like, girl, put that thing away. This was like a letdown. Okay. Change is coming. Oh, no. Now, it does look like there's something on tap. We'll check in to see what we can find out, maybe what's going to happen in Gettysburg and Rock Island and whatever. This doesn't look like it's as successful as a money-making adventure as they're hoping, but they're going to try real hard. This might kind of not go to plan. Oh, well. All right, I want to get my other deck. I want to see hair, cat hair everywhere. I want to see who is the spirit associated with the Annabelle doll. Not a good one. Not a good one. Okay. Oh my. So like I said, I'm not going as far as saying this is an El Diablo in there. I'm not. However, and I wouldn't know anything about this, and so I'm not an expert, but here's what I'll say. Whatever spirit is attached is in terms like when people do spells, I guess, to conjure some entity or whatever to help them become rich and famous or whatever. That's what's in this doll. I don't even know. Okay. Like I said, I don't know technically about it because I don't dabble in that shit. But there's something here where this doll is conjured for business deals and success and getting opportunities coming in the door. This is dark art stuff, in my opinion. I mean, not something I'd be doing. Anyhow, this is trying to get favor within any opportunities, business-wise, money-making-wise, that come down the pike. Doesn't Does that ever, gosh, to turn their luck around for abundance, prosperity, whatever. Does this really, it's very much like, say I was able to do this and I'm like, yeah, I want to call in some, I'm not X day, no, not doing this. Example, this would be like, I want to call in some spirit, God, goddess, whatever, to help me, win at every opportunity that comes away, that I get to get all the money, all the fame, all the what, and but at the same time I want that all my enemies fail. They'll fail, you know, like if we're in the battle and we're going head to head, they fail. That's like the goal. Yeah, I don't okay. I'm gonna ask where this entity came from. Keep me protected, God, por favor, please. Amen. Where did this entity that's in Annabelle, where does this come from? It was conjured. They asked for it. It was a specific thing. This is, okay, so it's like a, some thing that's out there, entity that's been out there for ages that they called upon to help them move forward, to help them become like the master in whatever realm they're going in. So I guess if we're saying, we'll have to ask about if the Warrens conjured it or who conjured it. But the idea is that, so they're like the kingmaker in every situation. Okay. And that, you know, they can defeat all enemies or competition. All right. Did the Warrens call up this thing? Whatever it is. Stop it. You saw me shuffle. Oh my gosh. I don't know when this thing was called in. Yeah, it's like a, not a lucky rabbit's foot, but kind of the same idea of like, yeah. This is some type of other shit I would not touch with a 10-foot pole. After a period of loss or not finding fame and fortune and whatever that they're actually after, this was a strategy to call in their, like, essentially their lucky rabbit foot, but a conjured entity that is helping them to get fame and fortune at any turn. And so there's a story that's been invented about this thing. And in some fashion, like, I guess the Warrens would be in charge of it, like its masters or something. Okay. So, the Lady Warren, I forgot what her name is, don't care. She's the one who was behind this calling in of this. This is for, and the thing was called into the doll for them to get their fame and fortune. They have used it as like, I don't even know if I want to use the word intercession, but they've used it to also help others in their circle. But the main goal is to continue to bring in offers. So this is like essentially like eyes wide shut shit in the paranormal world. Yeah. Interesting. So when they got this doll, how did they come upon this doll? Now the story is, I think that they go to this house and there's these young adults or something, and they're having all these terrible things. And the Warrens, you know, they're like the Ghostbusters, and they're like, wee-oo, wee-oo, here we are, how can we help? Oh my God, girl, there's a demon in there. We gotta take it from you. Okay. And so then they take it and they put it in their museum and make a little box and put the double tarot card on it, right? So everybody knows this is a demon, but this is also the star of our museum, why everybody wants to come to us. Anyhow, let's see what the true story about this doll is, because I don't believe anybody anymore. Everybody tells these stories, and who knows what's up, what's down, and these people, nobody is above making $1. If we find out this doll came from the thrift shop, I'm gonna be just, stop. All right. So the story ain't true. Story ain't true. Dude, I think it came from a thrift shop. There was a transaction here. It's an old thing. It came from a thrift shop or some, but like it's used old yard sale. I don't know. Pick one. Dude, this is such BS. Okay. All right. So where are we now? So there's this doll. They go out thrifting. They go to a yard sale. They go to the antique shop. Whatever. They go pick up this Raggedy Ann doll. And then the lady, Lorraine, she's like, okay, let me do my magic, calling upon this thing to help us get fame and fortune, but we're going to tell people it's a demon. We'll create a story, marketing device. This is going to be great. Okay, now we know where we are with this damn thing. So she pulled out of this box to go on tour. Doesn't look like it's going to be super successful. Let's see if the plantation fire and the people breaking out of the jail, is that related to the Annabelle visiting Louisiana? No, I don't think it is. I think this is just what did Rahm Emanuel used to say? Like, never let a disaster or something, never be able to capitalize on a disaster. Some shit like that. That's essentially what we're doing here. It's in the media and everybody's just going to make the connections. We like the story because it's helping to build up the interest so people want to come see the doll on tour. They're, my opinion. Whoever, I don't know who it is. I wasn't there. I'm just entertainment purposes only. Whoever's associated with this tour and this doll kind of planted that seed somewhere, and then it just wildfire, just spread on its own. Just spread on its own. Yep, look. So glad we got that free press. Okay. It's not associated. Let's see. Why'd the plantation fire happen then? Who knows? This could be an angry person. This could be someone trying to get some insurance money. Could be faulty wiring. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not accusing. I'm just saying my opinion of what I'm seeing in the cards here. But this would say that, you know how like when people across the pond inherit castles and it becomes a very expensive endeavor for them to manage such a big property, like they've got this castle and, it takes a lot of work to take care of it, and the people who inherit it, they don't have like a staff of hundreds, they have like them and a couple people helping, and it's like a constant thing and it takes a lot of money. Same idea here. There's issues that were like constant maintenance issues, like things that are just constantly to like paint the house, check this, check that, check this, and it goes and around in a circle, right? So this is like, who's pulling the strings here? Annabelle's in town. Let's use that. Whatever. Maybe it's just like, who knows if they were even like connecting those dots, but there's some idea of like, there's going to be a story told about what happened to this house, but that's, no, it's a story. It's not the truth, right? Because we're looking to turn our fortune around. So there's a whole bunch of gossip. Sure, yeah, let's say it's Annabelle burned the damn thing down, whatever. But it's because this thing is a burden. This is like, we don't have like the resources we need to take care of all these problems that are coming up. And there's bills coming. Okay, so we'll hop on the Annabelle bandwagon that, demons came and burned down our plantation. Okay, and then look what, well, shit happens. The thing damn burned down. Whatever. Yeah, and then, okay, so when the truth comes out about it, it might not be quite so demonic. It's just kind of like, and I don't know that they're going to get the dinero that they're hoping. But anyway, all right. So let's see what inspired the prison break. Because there's all those people, like, I think I got most of them back anyway. What inspired that prison break? Because I'm going to bet it ain't Annabelle. Someone came up with a plan. All right. Okay. No. This is how we're going to get our advantage over whoever it is, and we're all going to break free. Okay. I don't even have to go any further. So it's not Annabelle. It's a bunch of BS. Okay. Let's see, because I do think there's a competing Eyes Wide Shut thing in a way going on here. So, as far as I know, the studios would hold the likeness for the doll that doesn't look like a Raggedy Ann doll for the Annabelle movies. They hold the likeness, they make the money, they can have like sequel after sequel after sequel for that doll. And then the people who have the Raggedy Ann doll, which I assume there's some type of copyright on that doll. I don't know that that's been just released, but maybe it's, I don't know, you go to copyright, trademark, whatever court, and they're like, well, Raggedy Ann and Andy, you know, they're like, fine, they're nice dolls, but ours is demonic, so there's some type of different change from it. I don't know. Anyhow, what do the studios think about this Annabelle doll going on tour and trying to bust out and go their own way? They know it's about money. They might be looking to make sure that the keepers of the Annabelle doll and the people putting on the tour are not stepping on studio, trademark, copyright, whatever, toes. They'll put a in that real quick. Yeah, okay. The studios are ready to make sure that there is no type of infringement. Don't get in our way. This is our stuff here. We have a long-term agreement, or we made a contract a long time ago with the Warrens over this shit. So if you're trying to monetize this brand, this doll, this whatever story, you have to tread very lightly as you're doing this. There might be some type of renegotiation happening later behind the scenes in terms of additional rights being purchased for the doll and the Raggedy Ann. I don't know. There's something like that for future to make it that, like, you know, everybody's happy and we're not going to pull any shenanigans and you're not going to try and tiptoe over the line. Okay. So, Eyes Wide Shut, the big honchos are paying very close attention to it. Okay, let's look into what can we expect, if anything. I don't know, maybe somebody's going to be like, hey, Annabelle's coming to town. What do you want to plan? Let's see if anything's planned for going down whenever Annabelle hits Gettysburg. Because you know people plan. They're like, oh my gosh, let's do this. Oh no, cards. Don't go leaving me. Let's plan something. Annabelle's coming to town. This will make it perfect. All right, let's see if there's anything planning. Offering donation. Oh, surprise. Shit, when's this doll going to Gettysburg? Get out. See, there's a distraction. Like somebody is planning something for when that doll goes to Gettysburg. This is not that damn doll. This is like somebody's planning something for when that doll goes to Gettysburg to connect the dots again. Come on, Calaveras deck. This is like Eyes Wide Shut ritual shit. Conjuring of their own happening. Some big old attack, a thing, event just happens to unfold and This is like making a wish and hoping it sticks. There is some... Okay. I'm going to just say some bad group, El Diablos, that are not actual demons, but a part of Eyes Wide Shut, but perhaps not a part of the studio arm of the Eyes Wide Shut. There is just some bad hombres looking to take advantage of this doll going to Gettysburg, and this is like military industrial complex, allegedly girl, I don't know. Something like this happening here, where they're looking to capitalize upon that. So something happening in PA. Let's leave these here and let's get out my other cards. What are we expecting to happen in PA? Or what is somebody planning to happen in PA? Yeah, I like the name of the tour. Did I tell you it was called Devils on the Run? Different type of devils all over on the run. Okay. Remember the summer of love? This would look like that there's some type of thing that happens. Civil, criminal, some type of event that happens to rile up the public. You know what I mean. Go back. Okay, and then we're working together to turn this into a big old thing. Go back to summer of love. And I don't mean the 60s, you know, like the one from like 4 or 5 years ago. Okay. Yeah, there's a strategy. Someone's already like, they're planning. They're like, okay, make sure you're listening to the police scanner. Breaker, breaker. Something happened. Oh my gosh. Joe Blow in his car ran over Joe Schmo. Oh my gosh, let's turn it into a thing. Mah! This. Okay. Keep your eyes peeled. Listen to the scanner. All right, let's see if there's something for Rock Island, Illinois. I don't even know where that is. Not that I've been to... Have I ever been to Illinois? I don't know that I have. I don't think I have. Okay, so I don't know. Rock Island, Illinois. I believe that's the next spot. What's planned for... What's planned... Planted kind of works too. What's planned for over there in Illinois? Uproot. Voted off the island already? Duties. Keep quiet. Oh dear. Now I'm not taking this as like that, like a do. Not like that, you know what I'm saying. DEW. However, I think there's more stories of chaos to come, but I don't think this is as exciting as they're planning for something, summer love activities in PA. But okay, some stories. New, okay. I was going to say some new variant, some new thing, a new way of manipulation, public perception, put out there. It's like, it's almost so it gets cock blocked, so that's interesting. 8 of Wands with the royal family. I wonder if there's some news about the royal family when it hits to Rockport, Illinois, or Rock Island, Illinois. Yeah. I wonder if we get royal family news. That's weird. That's weird. But then we have prepare to stock up, and then we have 8 of Cups walking away. Like, this, I don't know. Whenever this is happening, maybe Chuck's gonna, he's gonna, you know, kick the bucket.
I love you so much.
Yeah, I know. You love him so much. Oh, God. Anyhow. So it looks like there's something else, some story coming up for Rock Island, but it doesn't look like it's tied to the doll being on the loose. Thank God. All right. I don't think I have any other questions for this. Let's see if there is something Like, why were those places chosen? Let's do that real quick. Let's use the Ghoulish deck. It'll fit. Ghoulish Major Arcana deck. Is there something to why Gettysburg was chosen? And Rock Island? Because I'm going to assume that they're... I don't know. I've never heard of the other one. But maybe there's energetic ley lines. Maybe there's something like that. I don't know. There is something tied to it. That's interesting. There's something tied to it, like terrible things have happened. What the hell happened at Rock Island? I don't know. This goes into that whole, whatever they called into the doll thing. Removing of obstacles, get rid of your enemy type thing. It's like a path clearing for the doll, or not the doll, for the beneficiaries of the doll's actions. Yeah, there's that high priestess with the eyes wide shut conjuring shit. There's somebody new who's conjuring the stuff under it now. I don't know who, don't care to know, don't want to know. Trying to turn, oh man. So whoever is in charge of it now, and I don't know, I don't care, whatever. But it would seem that like now they're trying to use this doll as this change the fortunes for the Warrens in some fashion. They're looking for this doll to do that same thing now, like this another generation or whatever, another time for them as well, to change their fortunes, to make it big, to help them make it big so they can live high on the hog. Okay, and so we're just putting on a show. It doesn't have the same power, though. It doesn't. It doesn't have the same power it did when it was originally called in. It's almost like it's petering out. Whatever's in there. Yeah. But, okay, so is it brought to these places specifically? There's something tied to it that they could probably use as a PR thing. There's contracts that were done just to bring it out into the light, to show everybody, so it's a tourist attraction. And no, I don't. Gettysburg already had enough terribleness, loss of life there. But no, I think it's just like, we're going here, we secured venues or whatever to go have everybody visit. All right, that's what I have for you on Annabelle doll running amok. I don't know. I wouldn't go see the doll. Tell me if you would go see the doll. I don't want to go see the doll. Like, I don't want to go see Robert the doll. I think actually Robert the doll, I don't know. Well, anyway, okay, there's a video on him. So, anyhow, until next time, adios.